So before we begin, I want to start with an exercise. It's called Listening to the Emptiness Without Fear. Practice 1. Find a quiet spot. It doesn't have to be silent. Just somewhere that sounds around you that's, sounds are not demanding like a fan or the traffic or a hum. Acknowledge what's missing. Before you close your eyes, say softly in your head that there's nothing to feel this moment but me, okay? Kind of selfish sounding, but just say there's nothing to feel this moment. And this line is supposed to remind you that the emptiness isn't hostile. It's simply unoccupied. So let the sounds appear and fade. Listen for the faintest sound you can notice, then the next. And instead of trying to keep them out, just let them pass through you. What that means is, you're trying to imagine yourself as a clear glass as sound enters, refracts, and leaves no mark. And when this feeling of tightness in your chest comes and you feel an urge to move, what that is the fear. They call that the fear. So when you feel a tightness or the urge to move, that's called the fear that's rising. And then once the fear rises, you're supposed to whisper back to you're talking to the silence like it's a person, okay? And you say, you talk to the silence and you say, even fear is part of the silence, the fear that we're talking about. And then breathe once slowly. And afterward, open your eyes and just look around. And you'll notice that the world looks slightly emptier, less kinetic, I guess that'd be the right word, but also lighter. And that's the moment when listening becomes seeing. So you learn to see the emptiness. So in this series, we're focusing on the pressures that existed during the Dark Ages and the Romantic period. So we're also highlighting these crystals that have like new names, different personas that exist and based off characters from these periods. So this crystal here in this little retro picture, Clairor Shade, the listener of the lost keys, whose tones were silver and trembling. In life she may have been touched by fame, yet inside her music she hid the ache of remembering a world that was not this one. The shimmer in her chords is said to be the last note she refused to play. When patient zero speaks to her, the air grows still. She listens but never answers directly. Those who touch her feel a mild chill and a memory of something they never lived. They never lived that memory every time they touch her. They never lived that memory every time they touch her. Every harmony is supposed to cost the silence that follows it. Every harmony is supposed to cost the silence that follows it. Clara Schumann was virtually an immortal statue, but what I choose to believe is that she loathed every moment of her life and held within her mind the lore from some other distant realm, this knowledge that she could have only kept from the rest of the world, because in truth, she was actually an innocent. She must have come from a darker time, from another reality altogether, but the darkness she carries in her music describes this in a way that she can neither describe to us now that she is gone, but I believe she had so many things that she would have told us whether she actually was here or there. But I can tell you that the reality of who she actually was is the only thing that ever held her back. She will be missed until she finds her way back to us.